Hey everybody, 안녕하세요. You want to go on a date with Oppa? Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyways, it is a beautiful day today. It is a Saturday and it's in February, but it is warm, so we're going to go on a nice little date with me in Seoul. So we're gonna look at some cafes, some Korean food, some museums maybe, and then just wander outside and see how society is like in 2021 during coronavirus. So without further ado, would you like to join me on a special Saturday date? Oh, thank you. I'm so delighted. So, without further ado, let's go. Now, here's this big, intimidating dome like object you see here. It's a big building. Inside it, there's a lot of different types of labs, design labs, and lounges, and museums. And it looks very scary, but you know what? Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, you can kind of see it's like a nice little cool tunnel here, and it overlooks this area right here. So I find that kind of fascinating. Here's another view of this intimidating building, as you can see. So this is such a beautiful architectural complex right here. By the way, it says 너와 나의 서울. This means my soul and your soul. So this is called the Seoul Design Forest. It's kind of like a very creative place slash lounge slash cafe for artists to study, work, and actually just normal customers too to just chill and hang out. It's a very unique space here, and I guess it'll motivate you to become very creative. So. Look at these little bougie chairs if you want to feel a little diva-ish. Then, yeah, I just love this this atmosphere and the design. It's just, I'd love to study here every single day. Here's another look at that little thorny halo, if you will. Interesting design piece. That's a chair for you. Now, I'm sorry, but I don't know what movie or show or game these guys are from. Obviously, it's not Toy Story, but they look cute nonetheless. I call this the nudie halfie, and the reason why it's a nudie halfie is because you think it's 3D, but when you get to the side here, it's relatively flat, and you could kind of see there's no face. You only see like the back of the face, but there's no front of the face, so it is almost like a 2D object. So that's why it's a nudie halfie. What do we have here? We have a cafe. It's called Cafe de Fesonia. Okay. Oh, you fancy, huh? Let's go inside this cafe and see if there's anything worth looking at. Coffee, design books, and an art shop. Oh, might be a little bougie. As you can see, it's a very wide area again. This kind of reminds me of that forest cafe we went to earlier. Out of the cafe, actually I love this booth right here. Just the way they set it up, it looks very makes me want to actually work here as a barista. That'd be fun. I like the design. This is what you call a cafe right here. 2021, of course. 와, 여기 예쁘다. You got the mountains in the background. I like that. Tucson Tower, Migliore. Another unique thing about me is actually like when I speak in English, it's kind of like a medium tone or a high tone. And it's kind of very like light and airy the way I speak in English. But then when I speak in Korean, for some reason I speak like in a very low and monotonous bass tone. I'm not sure why I do this, but I think Koreans, they understand me better when I speak in my low tone, because I do have a slight accent when I speak Korean. I don't know if you guys are good at it, but for those who are good at it, I'll speak to you a little bit. 전 지금 한국말로 하고 있어요. So you can kind of see that there's a little change in voice, if you will, in terms of the tone. When I speak English, it's kind of bright and airy and it's up here, and when I speak Korean, it's kind of like down here. So this is my typical lunch. Well, we're at a restaurant, but normally when I'm home, we eat this kind of stuff too. This is called 떡갈비 하고 된장찌개 정식. So what this means, I know you're trying to wonder what the heck does that mean. 떡갈비 is this right here. It is beef, but it is like a rice cake type of beef. That's why it kind of looks like a little pancake. This is soybean paste stew. I know it looks kind of weird, but it is one of the most famous stews in Korea. They also eat this during the holidays too, as a holiday soup. Of course, the stuff that makes you gain weight, we all know this. And then we also have here, I know y'all know what this is. If y'all don't know what that is, shame on you. This is more of a meaty restaurant, so they also give us a sausage side dish. They just gave us a little bit of a soybean side dish in the middle, so this is like a typical lunch set right here. Yum yum. So for those of you who met me for the first time in this video and haven't seen any other videos, I'm Korean, but I was raised in Canada and America, so I'm very confused in terms of my identity, I guess, because when I'm in Korea, people ask me, you know, because of your Korean accent, you have an accent when you speak Korean, so are you from overseas, Australia, UK, Canada, US? They ask me about that. And then when I'm in overseas, like America and Canada, they ask me, hey, are you Korean, Chinese, Japanese? So everywhere I go, basically I get asked what my ethnicity is, and that's just how I've gotten used to it. Wherever I go, people are gonna wonder if I'm American or Canadian or Korean. And let's just say I'm all three. So you can see this is American culture influence here in Korea. And you know how Koreans say this, right? 쉑쉑버거. 쉑쉑버거 먹으러 가자. 쉑쉑버거. Yeah, these used to be rare in Korea, but now these are like popping up everywhere in Korea. Here you can see all that street food goodness. In Korea, you see these in a lot of Korean dramas, right? Oh my god, just looking at this makes me want to salivate, and also feel like I'm gaining weight just looking at this. You know, I'm not even eating it right now, but I feel like my calories are going up right now like crazy. Hey guys, hope you guys are having fun with Oppa. 오빠가 잘해줄게. This is so 2016. Forget this. It's 2021 right now. We gotta think of something different, right? Can't do a peace sign, we can't do a heart. Let's think of something different we can do for a hand gesture. Anyways, as you can see, I'm at a department store. These are very popular in Korea. In North America, department stores aren't really the thing, but in Korea, it's a huge thing. It's cultural because it's like 10 stories high, and each story has a different department, and there's also a supermarket in the basement, and there's also movie theater. So it's just like a kind of like a date place. So since this is a date with Oppa, right? So we're going to show you around the department store. Now we have something I'm interested in, men's fashion. See, all these things are imported luxury goods. Notice none of these are Korean brands. That's because when you go to a department store in Korea, there is, even this lounge here. Look at this beautiful cafe lounge. Even the cafes here are just glamorous in general. It's not always like this. I'm just showing you, the brighter side of Apgujeong, which is a huge district in Korea. So this is the rooftop of Hyundai department store in Apgujeong. It's called the Sky Garden. Mind my Galaxy phone, it's not good in low light, so it's not quite as beautiful as it is in person. But it's just a place to chill and have those chill vibes, because today is a day where I show you the brighter side of the glitzy cafes in Korea. And you notice, because of Corona, ain't nobody here except just me and you, so that's why it's a lovely date. Here's the theme for today. It's almost like a Halloween kind of theme, but without the pumpkins, obviously. There's a little umbrella, because it rains too much in Korea. One too many times. This looks like one of those areas right here where you could have like a master fight scene, like in a movie. Basically, you might be wondering what I do for a living. Basically, I'm a failed K-pop idol. I used to want to be a K-pop idol, but I failed at the auditions because I'm miserable and I have no talent and I suck, so... Nah, I'm just kidding. Basically, I'm a website designer and I make cool websites for people. I've been doing this for the past maybe 3-4 years or so, and I love doing it, and I do it at home, so I have a lot of free time in the day to mingle all over Korea and make you vlogs like this one. Alright, so here's our lovely dinner. Yum yum. I wish you were here to eat with me because this is a lot of food, but since you aren't, I'm just gonna eat in front of you. Haha. No, I'm just kidding. So, let's zoom in a little bit. Basically, this is kind of like Korean style Vietnamese pho. And it's a different version. It's not quite the Vietnamese version where it has that nice stewy smell. This is more the taste that Korean people like. It's a very light taste. This is the thing that Korean people really don't like here. It's called cilantro, but I like it because I'm foreign, so I'm a foreigner, I guess. So this is, in case your breath smells, you could eat some of this to freshen it up. Obviously, you eat that at the end. This is called nem, right? It's almost like a beef spring roll or beef egg roll. There's beef in the middle. I like the presentation, by the way. Here's all the different sauces that you can eat. Obviously, you have the sriracha plum and another sauce right there at the end we're gonna try. I'm also a sucker for bean sprouts, so I always get bean sprouts at the end. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hope you had a great day. I had so much fun and I'm so full right now after eating that Vietnamese soup. It was very delicious. And hope you enjoyed this day/date with me. And if you want to go on more days and dates, please just comment on the bottom and tell me exactly where you want me to take you in Korea, because it's relatively safe here, so I can do a lot of traveling as long as I wear my mask. And until then, I will see you next time, so...